Hi, I'm Sam, and I'm here to talk to you about a normal woman's menstrual cycle because every understanding about how your female parts work is super important that you understand this part. So let's use an example of a 28-day cycle, which we typically use. Why do we use 28-day cycles? Because that's what most people do, although everyone's normal is different, and that's totally okay. Some principles to understand is for the variance in everyone's cycle is how long it takes you to ovulate. But once you ovulate, 14 days later, your period always starts. So the follicular phase, which is the beginning half, is what's variant from patient to patient. And while your ovaries are doing one thing, your uterus is doing another. So I drew a little picture. I'm a horrible artist, but let me try to take you through what I'm saying. Okay. When you think about the first 14 days of the cycle, again, this can be variant from woman to woman, it's more estrogen dominant. And what you can see, the lining of her uterus, because this is a lining, is that lining is growing thicker. So when I think of estrogen, I think of estrogen as miracle grow on the grass. In my life, I've mowed a lot of grass, so that's how come I think of things this way, but I think it's an easy visual. So estrogen is making the lining grow. So when you think estrogen, think miracle grow. Okay. So then once you ovulate, then you make progesterone, and that cyst of ovulation survives for 14 days, and then your period always starts. So this is what the lining of the uterus looks like. Again, it's growing because of the estrogen. Progesterone actually kind of matures and thins the lining out a little bit. So I think of it as a lawnmower, and then your period starts. So this is the lining of your uterus, what's going on in your cycle. This is what's going on in your ovaries. During the first 14 days, your brain's telling your ovaries to work, and a lot of eggs actually want to be the one to let it go. But there's only one that reaches the opportunity to let it go most times, and when it gets big enough, it makes all the other ones die off. So I'm going to erase those, and that little egg gets to be about 2 to 3 centimeters. It pops open and lets the egg out, but then the ovary closes back over. This little cyst makes all the hormones that your body needs for the remainder portion of your menstrual cycle. But then it can only live 14 days, and if you don't get pregnant, it dies, and that's it kind of dying off. And when it dies, then this lining gets very unstable, and you get your period. So a very common thing I hear is people come in and they say, I have a cyst on my ovary, and that's something bad. But I tell them, no, it actually means that it's working right, and that's a good thing the majority of the time. So then I put some things down here. Again, important things to remember. The corpus luteum only lives for 14 days. And the other thing is that sometimes the corpus luteum bleeds into itself, which can cause pain. And that pain usually is about day 15 of your cycle. But it's good. It's good that your ovaries get this type of cyst because it's letting the egg out, and you're hormonally sound that cyst is working. So that was just my way of saying that. Love the corpus luteum cyst because it does good things for us. It's just sometimes we have some discomfort, but it's not pathology. It's actually working well.